Downtown Kampala is where you find Namayiba Bus Terminal, a hub of transport that caters for both inland and East African routes. However, business has not been as usual for the last 3 days. The whole place is crowded after students were asked to go back home due to the overwhelming numbers of learners who tested COVID-19 positive both in lower and high institutions. Students share their views on how they've managed to at least observe the standard operating procedures even when the situation is a tricky one.
Is about COVID, we are being advised to put on the mask, but the congestion at the park is too much. Sometimes you can't even avoid body contact. Like a conductor comes, you just find someone touching you like, hey, where are you going?
Nelson Sekandi is the manager, Namayiba Bus Terminal, and asserts that security forces are spearheading the COVID-19 standard operating procedures enforcement.
Also managed to add on more emphasis on the gates, like by bringing sanitizers. We brought the hand washing facilities, make sure that all the passengers are putting on their masks. And with the issues of social distancing, because the number was overwhelming, we were just encouraging them to put on their mask because the space actually was not really enough.
However, the good news is Ministry of Health has put in place COVID-19 testing centers that, before these students head home, are tested for COVID. Those who are found positive are taken to health centers, and those who are negative continue observing the COVID-19 SOPs. Meanwhile, Acholi members of parliament have come out to support students from Acholi by securing 3 buses that have ferried all students heading to Acholi sub-region.
I really wanted to be here personally. Most of these students come from my constituency. The greater part of them come from Acholi region. And being in the capital city of Uganda, where language is a problem to them, they loitered in here, stayed hungry for 2 days. Their parents were calling me, and I felt I was the only parent they could reach.
As a Acholi parliamentary group, we've decided to support our people because the demand has been so high. This has come in a rough way that the parents couldn't afford to raise the transport fare.
You saw we are here trying to evacuate our children back home to the different districts of Acholi sub-region. And as you know, our children have been stranded here for the last 2-3 days. Actually, today makes it the 3rd day.
While those from Acholi sub-region have managed to leave with the help of their members of parliament from Acholi region, hundreds are still stranded here at Namayiba Bus Terminal. Now, even members of the public also want government to come to their rescue so that they can go back to their homes. Sekandi appeals to government to add more 5 days so that all those who want to leave the city can head to their ancestral homes. In a related development, boda operators in Kampala are stepping up the awareness and enforcement of COVID-19 standard operating procedures. Stephen Karusha, Helen Barbara, reporting for ABC TV News.